G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. I've just come down to the frog pond with the intentions of starting a movie to talk about battery resuscitation by micro-pulsation, but I've found that the frogs have all gone quiet because I've turned up at the same time a snake has. Anyway, I figure the snake's going to get on with its day and I'll get on with my day. And the reason I came over here to start the talk is because in the clearing I've got the car with the radio on, and the radio is playing Radio National News Bulletin. It's midday, and the car stereo is drawing its current from the battery, and the amount of current draw is being modulated by the stereo system's amplifier drive circuits. So basically every time the news announcer says something, or they play a song, or the talkback goes off, the amount of power required to drive the loudspeaker varies the amount of current being sucked out of the battery. And the solar charge controller has got about 3 or 4 times more power available coming from the panel than the battery needs to stay within its 13.5 to probably 14.3 volts, which the regulator is going to try and hold it there. So what this means is the actual amount of current going into the battery is micro-pulsating in response to the voice modulations. So instead of going off and purchasing some kind of a special black box to go between your solar regulator and your battery to micro-pulsate the charge randomly in order to drive the plaques of lead sulfate off your battery plates so that the battery storage efficiency can be restored to something like what it was designed to be when the battery was manufactured. Yeah, you can use your car radio and your SunFoil to micro-pulsate the charge so that yeah, your battery storage efficiency is as close to being theoretically perfect as the battery is designed to be. So let's go over and have a look at the idiot lights on the solar charge controller. Guess that means you get to hear a little bit of the ABC radio news.
She says even after 15 years of detention and tremendous oppression by the military regime, she believes change can be achieved by peaceful means.
I think not only does non-violence work, it can be made to work, and it should be the only way to democracy if you want that democracy to be the kind that is not warped by the route of violence.
Gunmen in the Somali capital Mogadishu have shot dead a member of parliament. Mustafa Haji Mohammed is the first MP to be targeted since Somalia's first formal parliament in more than 20 years was convened in August. Witnesses say he was shot as he left a mosque. Thousands of women, including some dressed only in their underwear, have marched through the streets of central London in protest against prejudice towards victims of rape. The so-called Slut-Walks originated last year in the Canadian city of Toronto after a police officer said women could avoid being raped by not dressing like sluts. The organiser of the London...
So there you go. One more interesting and innovative thing that you can do with your SunFoil to make your vehicle's electrical system more efficient and less likely to consume fuel. I mean, if you've got a battery full of stored sunlight, you can drive, in my case, 10 minutes with the headlights on before the alternator has to do much work. Here I am listening to the radio news all over the clearing, and I haven't got to buy the batteries in the supermarket. It's all coming free from the sun. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Here endeth this lesson. Ciao.